Hi, good afternoon. My name is Beatriz Adriana Valverde Fox, and today I'm going to present the article Microbial Natural Bioactive Formulation in Citrus Development. Okay, citrus are appreciated worldwide owing to their high nutritional importance. Brazil is the world's largest citrus producer, emphasizing the standard growth of dual purpose orange. Fresh consumption and juicy. Its industrial processing generates several unexplored byproducts that are generally disposed into the environment or used as animal feed. On average, 90% of Brazilian orange juicy production is exported with the European Union and the United States among the largest buyers of Brazilian orange juice. The Valencia orange is produced in south of Brazil, with fruits of good commercial acceptance in plants with significant tolerance to periods of low temperatures. As such as the Valencia orange, the Murco Tanger also present a critical feature of the dual aptitude of the fruits. In an adequate climate and soil condition, citrus plants begin to produce from the third year of the age onwards, gradually increasing production until the 10th year, when productions tend to stabilize and maintain itself, until the 20th year when production declines. One of the main factors limiting the production of citrus in young orchards in the sides of the plants, which must have adequate aerial or root vegetative structure to support fruit production. In the first year, in the first year of life, to anticipated the return resulting from the implementation of citrus orchards. The sector has adopted the growing use of significant amounts of chemical fertilizers over time. Um, Actually, the existing alternatives to improve crop development and reduce the excessive or use of agricultural inputs are the so-called efficient microorganisms. This technology has proven to be an essential ally for organic crops as a whole, accelerating the decomposition of organic matter present in the soil and providing adequate release of nutrients and other beneficial um, substances of plant growth health. And some studies have already demonstrated the benefits of, of using these microorganisms in citrus plants. The use of these microorganisms in cultivator areas allows of optimized increase in plant development, improving the rates of decomposition and release to nutrients the organic matter present in the soil, in addition to protect plant against the attack of pests and diseases. Citrus fruit, okay, sorry. This work aimed to evaluate the impact of native efficient microorganisms and the commercial product. The product is um, IM1 on the road and aerial development of seedling of the point series trifoliata rootstock, the influence of NAM and AM1 Inoculants of the persistence of oat sprout and fallow associated with the cultivation of Valencia orange and Morgantanger in the development of young orange plants of the Valencia variety and the hybrid Morgantanger under oat stress coverage and fallow situations. Material and methods. This work have has to experiment. The first experiment, okay, first seeds from the rootstock, point zero Strophyliata. RAF was planted in tubes with a capacity of 150 cube centimeters and filled with a commercial substrate to seedling production. 24 tubes were used per experimental unit, each sown with the 3 seeds and approximately 2 centimeters depth. Next, 52 days after sowing, seedling thinning was performed and only one seedling from a nuclear embryo per tube was left. The plants grew in the tubes for a period of 96 days. Next, 24 tubes were used per experimental unit, each sown with 3 seeds in approximately 2 centimeters depth. The plant, okay. Next, the seedling were then transplanted into polyethylene pots with dimension of 15 centimeters in diameter and 35 centimeters in height, filled with a commercial substrate for seedling production. And next, the plants were drip irrigated using declarated water to tubes. Two pots were kept 2 benches 40 centimeters from the floor, and lateral shots of the plant stems were removed. In the experiment 2, first Valencia orange seedling propagated using rootstock Citromellus ring, and the Mercatanger seedlings using the Mandarin rootstocks Cleopatra were obtained commercially from the plant nursery. Next, the seedling was transplanted in pots with a capacity of um, um, 25 cubic centimeters, containing a mixture consisting of 1 liter of tannine poultry manger, um, 150 grams of single superphosphate, and seedling sowed with the pot with filled. Next, the seedling were pruning in the height of 50 centimeters to form the canopy of the plant. Then native efficient or microorganisms were captured and multiplied in culture, and activation of MI, MIM and IM1 was carried out. Next, application of treatment NIM and NIM1 was carried out using a manual spreading directly to straw covering presenting the pot. The treatment was applied in the for both experiments. Next, a morphological analysis was carried out at 270 days for the plants in the experiment. And finally, all the data obtained were the subjects to analyze of variancy by the F-test followed by turkey test. Okay, in the results, in the NIM samples for species of fungi and 33 species of bacteria were identified. The totals of sequence of the species of fungi and bacteria found are showed in the table one. The IM1 inoculated was one fungi species, two species of bacteria, and the microorganisms concentrations were reported by the company Ambiental Industry are shown in the table too. The NIM showed graded microbial variety concerning the commercial product IM1. The species Lactobacillus acidophilus and Lactobacillus casei were identified in the commercial product, and in the NIM2. In the table 3, shows the road diameter and the neck level was increased by 12% when the plants agree with the IM1 compared to the control treatment. The variables weighted average road diameter and specific road length was not influenced by the treatment. Okay. The table 4 shows that the total row volume of P. trifoliata plants traded with the commercial product was 21% higher than the control treatment. The treatments AM1 and NAM didn't differ, and the NAM didn't differ in the control treatment. The volume of very thin roots and volume of thin roots um, were not influenced by any of the treatments with efficient microorganisms. The treatment IM1 treatment caused an increase to 23% in the volume of medium roots and 24% in the volume of thick roots compared to CT treatment. There were no differences in the volume of medium roots and volume of thick roots between the treatment IM1 and IM, as well as there was no difference between the NAIM and the control treatment. In the table 5, shows that total road surface, a very thin road area, and the thin road surface area were not influenced by the treatments. Inoculants and IM and IM1 treatment didn't affect to left dry matter, and stem dry matter, road dry matter, aerial part dry matter, and total dry matter. Okay, in the results in the experiment 2, okay, in the table 6, shows that at 60 days after the start of inoculant application, it was observed that the treatment with the um, IM for both the Strouds and the with IM1 and oat Stroud positively influenced the decrease of the stroke column, compared to treatments without application of any of the inoculants. Or inoculants. Sorry. However, after 120 years, the accumulated persistence of both oat and fallow strats regulates of the application and efficient microorganisms didn't differ between treatments both citrus, Valencia orange, and morcatanga. Okay. In the figure one shows the Valencia orange plants sublimited to treatments with efficient microorganisms and oat straw. Showed higher accumulated growth in height in height than treatment without efficient microorganisms, and between 180 and 240 days after the start of the treatment. The height growth of Morgantanger plants submitted submitted to efficient native microorganisms treatment with fallow straw was superior to the control treatment with the old straw in 180 days. Um, there were no difference in plant height for the other treatments in periods evaluated. In the figure 2 shows that the treatment with NIM in old straw showed more significant than diameter growth of Valencia orange plant compared to treatment with old straw. Only at 90 days, the mature Tanger plants treated with IM1 and follow straw showed positive results in the monthly growth of the stem's diameter 60 days earlier when compared to the association with the Ostrauth. The cumulative development of stem diameter was higher in Valencia orange plants submitted to treatments with IM1 with both oat and follow Stroud, and the treatment with NAM with follow Stroud comparing to the control treatment with O Stroud, mainly from 150 days onwards and keeping them until 240 days. As for the Murko Tinger plants, the accumulated growth of the stem diameter was higher with the treatment in IM1 O and IM1F concerning to the OS of at 150 days. Okay, in the table 6 shows that no difference were observed between the IM1 and NIM treatments for the variables number of levels, true leaf area index, canopy volume for the Valencia orange and Mercatangle plants. For the Mercatangle plants, no effects on LDM were observed with the treatment with IM1 reglets of the straw used while IM presented higher values for LDN when associated with with all the strokes and follow the stroke. Discrediting the stroke factor, the LDM of the Mercatangle plants for higher with the treatments IM1S and NIM, concerning to the control treatment without a strong factor. The table 8 shows that the raw dry mass and total dry mass variability of the Valencia and Mercury plant and Tanger plants were not influenced by the evaluated treatments. How the discussion. Okay. And the diversity and possible microbial interaction in occurrence with efficient microorganisms and its effects of plant development. The greater diversity of microbial species found the NIM table in the table 1 and compared to the commercial product, the table 2, is verified by impossibility to selecting especially during the capture, which will then multiply for the production of the inoculant and industries inoculants, preparations, account with the few species using microorganisms compatible with each other with beneficial effects already known in the plants and soil and adapting up to different climate or soil conditions. This means to combine inoculant preparation based on efficient microorganisms can have diverse species among themselves. Okay, about the efficient microorganisms stimulate the growth of Petrophiliata plants. The stem diameter, one of the characteristics most observed by citrus seedlings producers during the rock soil cultivation phase, um, has the constitutes a limit factor to grafting. However, it was possible to verify a significant increase of an average 50%, 15% in the stem diameter of Butyrophiliata when the plants were treated with the two treatments. This was also observed by seedling and seedling. The increase in the road surface area, but IM1 can strengthen to reciprocal relationships between plants and microorganisms, presenting the services improving the condition for the establishment and pertinence in the cultivation environment. According to Rangel and Marshall, the exudation of organic compounds throughout of the road surface in the surface into itself means the permanence and multiplication of certain microorganisms befits the plant. Okay, about the grown of Valencia orange and market tangle plants under the stress effect and effective microorganisms. The two treatments possibly influenced to growth in height and stem diameter of Valencia orange plants when associated with Australia. And I am favor the development of rectangular plants when associated with the follow straws. This treatment, in addition to containing a great diversity of microorganisms, may also have benefit for the diversity observed in the straw ballot evaluated, allowing for greater availability of nutrients from the vegetations cover from citrus plants. The less expressive results observed for the accumulated development in the Mercus tanker may have been to do the earlier flowering of these plants. Although the flowers were removed as they emerged, flowering is a process that drains the plant's research for flowering and consequent fruit production. This thus reducing the sources allocated to the vegetative grown in the plants. And finally, for conclusion, the inoculant based on efficient microorganisms from the humping technology of capture and multiplier native efficient microorganisms show the greater microbial diversity when compared to the commercial product. The results obtained from the drive mass analysis of the Valencia orange and Margaret plants indicate a positive effect resulting from the using of IM1 and NIM. Inoculums can be obtained by cultivator in the respect probes in a system with the out strap over. It can be concluded the availability of using efficient microorganisms in secreticulture as microbial natural bioactive formulation and that farmers with less financial resource can produce it on their properties with low cost. And that's all for me, and thank you for your attention.